So what else does one do while you're waiting for the latest episode of Agatha All Along to drop Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, of course? That's right. You sit and scroll Instagram while you're counting down the seconds until you stop mid-scroll and see this. This is a fake spirit Halloween costume for Wagatha Barkness. And I, to date, have not made any costumes for my pets. We're fixing that today because I am nothing if not a nerd, and so I wanted to really bring this to life on my slightly older female dog and her teenage little brother. So can you see where I'm going with this? Today, I am going to be making Wagatha Barkness and her young spunky companion, Wiccanine. You're welcome. But to be clear, actually, I didn't really come up with that one. I came up with Billy Pawsamoff, but someone on TikTok came up with Wiccanine. I asked them if they wanted to be credited. They said they didn't care so long as they saw the costume. So let's get a little ridiculous. And of course, to do this, we're just going to borrow from this fine stash right here that I didn't tell you about in the last video, and I'm still standing strong. You won't know about it until I'm actually ready to deal with it. Yoink. So now to achieve the glory that is Wagatha Barkness here, and her magnificent coat, I wanted to start with a baseline of McCall's M5776, because I am going to be using View E to accomplish this coat. We're going to lose a lot of details, but I am going to try and add this little extra flap to the very back here, and I'm going to take the sleeves from View F. Now, for Wiccanine, all I'm going to be making for him is this sweatshirt. We're going to skip a lot of the details, but I am going to try and draw out some of the details from this sweater to the back of the sweatshirt, even though it's not where they are in the show. They're usually here, here, and here that we've seen so far. I am also going to try and make that fine crown. And after I did a rough sketch of both characters, it was time to find the pattern pieces. And one of the things about sewing sustainably is that sometimes it means you just use what you have, and in this time, I have more double knit that I know what to do with, so all this fabric is gonna be more double knit. But at least this time I'm not the one wearing it. So now the deal is that I'm not actually done cutting it out yet, because I need to make this little back panel. But I couldn't do that until I'd actually gotten the back piece out so I could kind of figure out exactly where I want it. So let's lay this on the table with a piece of paper on top, figure out where I want it, and then go from there. Now to accomplish this, I need my back piece of paper, a pen, and my crappy scissors. And all I'm going to do is sort of lay this on top here. And then I'm just going to outline this piece first, I think, just to kind of get an idea. I'm going to go straight across from the notch it's there. And then this is where the current piece ends. From there, I just eyeballed a curve that felt right. And with it all pinned up, it was time to test it out. Candy. You ready? Don't worry, she's just healing from being a little toe licker. So you like to wear clothes anyway, don't you, baby? Mwah, love you. Maybe doing this while you had Deadpool on was not the smartest plan. Yo, she just wants to squishes. It'll be fine. And with the pieces now pinned together properly, it was time to get a little creative. So I gently singed the ends of the curved piece of the coat and got it ready to sew in place. Guess who's next? Once I had the collar all stitched together and flipped, it was time to put it in place. And for this, I decided to do my little trick of pinning one end, the other end, the middle, and then zhuzhing around the curve to make the collar fit. And then, disaster struck.
That's not supposed to do that. Dang it.
Was it exhaustion? Was it tenacity? We may never know. But I decided to press on, despite the fact that my machine was doing its best to thwart me at every move. So, what did I learn last night at about 12:30 in the morning? I learned that I should not try and inset a dog sleeve into a coat that late at night, because I thought in my infinite wisdom that I knew what I was doing. Yeah, no, I definitely did not, because I tried to set this sleeve right here, this little sleeve, in as if it was a flat lay sleeve, which is why this is still in pieces. That's not how you do this one at all. Nope, not how they want you to do this. They want you to completely close this sleeve and then put it correctly where their markings are. Big shocker. Fun fact, the stitching for the underside of this does not actually align with the side of the princess. So that's why they did that. So I guess I should actually do it the right way. What an idea. Well, Wagatha Barkness is now good enough that it's time to move on to Wiccanine. Because Wiccanine sounds really weird. Like Wiccanine, no. Wiccanine. Wiccanine. So, I have this egregiously double knit, ribbed, gray sweater-ish material that will be used for this. Now, I am very thankful that I have this, but whew, she's spicy to cut out. Because even just cutting it off the bolt to wash just the little amount of fabric I had it was a moment. It was a moment. It's gonna make a great dog costume. But thankfully this one's actually pretty simple because it's basically the exact same coat with like 4 less seams because we aren't doing the princess seam plus the top stitching. Now, with this basically done except for collar and the little hemband, I'm gonna go a little rogue with this collar because this collar is supposed to be the same as the other collar, this one, but I don't want that kind of like flappy jacket collar on this. I want like a sweater band, right? So I'm just going to take my extra hemband that we accidentally cut 2 of, and we're gonna just fold it in half and make a little collar out of it. No big deal. The hemband, however, is a tricky little biscuit because I'm supposed to take this piece, sew it down here, flip it, and basically top stitch it. Just to kind of give it like, again, another sweater band look. Is this a little tight on my doggo? Yes.
Oh, that'll work so well. That'll do so good.
But that's okay. We're fine. It should not take me this long to turn a piece of fabric.
A few moments later.
Tina shall be in the background of this shot. And while I continued forward with the hemband, Tina was helping out by making a very tiny wig from 2 pieces of felt that were then stitched together, stuffed with polyfill, and hot glued some brown yarn on top to make hair. Not me out here trying to get footage and missing. Okay, now with the cutest, tiniest little sweater ever, now it's time to add the details. And if I were going for more of a accurate thing, I would like shred it and add some cable knits. We're not doing that. It's a dog sweater, y'all. I will add the pentacle over one of the areas in scraps from this fabric that I'm just gonna stitch on top. But the rest of it, I was gonna do hot glue and then paint it, but also he's a dog, and what if he wiggles and the hot glue comes off and then he eats it and then it's a really expensive vet bill? I have lots of really bad ways that this could happen, so we're just gonna draw it on with a Sharpie, and that's gonna be the best and the safest solution. But instead, she would actually make it harder for herself by using scraps for both appliques. That didn't work as well as I wanted. Hello from me and Marshmallow. Those are scissors, buddy. You don't need those. Well, with all the details done, let's go ahead and talk about what I thought of this absolutely silly project. They're so silly, I love it so much. Sometimes you just need that project that is just silly and whimsical and fun, and this was that project for me. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed it. I don't foresee any of you making a fellow Wagatha or Wiccanine costume. However, if you do, make sure that you are tagging me on Instagram at StephanieCanada_, because that is my new Instagram account, so that we can do all the fun cosplay and silly things over there, and keeping my other one, my Backroom Finds, just for my selling. But did you think I was going to let you go without showing you all of the gloriousness of these costumes? You are sorely incorrect. So let's head over and check them out.
Go. Sir. Come on, let's go down the witch's road. Let's go.
Marshmallow, you stay too close to her, bud.
Marshmallow, stop!